Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to online classes and have a pleasant morning to all of you. Now, I, Ajay Kumar, your English teacher, is going to continue with the second story that is of Coorg, written by Lokesh Abral. Now, in this story, I'm just going to give you a brief glimpse of the Coorg place, which is quite like famous for its coffee products, right? Now I'll be telling you the summary, you can say, or the brief of this story. I'm not gonna read it line by line, but I'll tell you more about this Coorg, why Coorg is quite famous, and I'll try to summarize it up in few minutes. Like you can see how the narrator has expressed his view point when he went there, to spend the vacation, or he was on trip, you can say. Now we all know that Coorg is a coffee producing area, and this is the part of Karnataka state in India. And actually this Coorg place is actually situated between midway between Mysore and coastal town of Mangalore. This land is famous for its rainforests and species, because where the rainforests are found, you can see many species are found there also. Now here the writer seems to be fascinated by the beauty of place and says that it must have come from the kingdom of God, right? And it is the smallest district of Karnataka, just because the panoramic view of this state, this place, is being compared with the place which has been drifted from the kingdom of God. Now the narrator says Coorg is actually a heavenly place which lies midway between Mysore and Mangalore, and it is the smallest district in Karnataka, and it is rich in evergreen forest species and coffee plantation. The coffee plantation is quite famous in this place, Coorg. And if you want to visit this place, the best season is between September and March. Anytime you can visit between September and March, because between these months the weather is quite perfect, so that you can visit the Coorg. If you have fascination about the Coorg, after reading this chapter, you can visit there. Now you can see here one picture of the person, that is you can say the people here, who are living there, are now being called as the descendant of Arabic or Greek country. They are being called the descendant from Greek or Arabic country. The people are of Greek and Arabic descent, and it is being rumored that a part of the Alexander's army drifted here and found it is impossible to return. Actually, when the Alexander the Great, who was on a verge of winning the world, when he invaded India, and when he actually went into the south side, south part of the India, for winning the things, and since they have traveled side by side the coastal areas, so when they went here, after that they found that it was quite impossible for them to return back to the place from where they have came. So after that, they actually the persons who stayed there, they married among the locals of that place. So their traditions and rites may be different from the other Indians, like, because these peoples were from some other country, like Arab and Greek. That's why the traditional thing which the Hindus follow were quite different. Now, some people also says that Coorg are of Arabic descent, as many as people wear a long black coat with embroidered waist belt, which is similar to the kufiya worn by the Arabs. As I have told you, like you can see here in this picture, the dress which is being worn by this person is quite similar to the dress worn by the Arabs, and that is called kufiya. And it is actually a long black coat with embroidered waist belt. You can see here the belt, right? So that's why these people are being actually called from the Arab origin. And since they were from different traditions, so they have when they were marrying to the locals, actually they married into their own tradition, not by the Hindu tradition. Now in this chapter, the people of Coorg, you can say, are also known for their hospitality, right? Why? Because they actually recount many tales of bravery, and they used to call the people, and like tells more about the their winning position and all that. So you can say how it could be without hospitality. Like if you are asking, if you are calling any person, then like he'll serve some of fruits and coffees, and then you can start telling about your stories of bravery. Now one more interesting fact you should know, that the chief of Indian Army, the very first chief of Indian Army, General M. Karyappa, was a Coorg, right? He was a Coorgi. And the Kodavos are the only people in the India to carry firearms without a license. These are the interesting facts you should remember, because it will enhance your understanding and knowledge both. Now in this chapter, it is also been taught like a variety of wildlife, like mahasir, a large freshwater fish. Mahasir is a large freshwater fish. You can find here, and kingfishers you can find here, squirrels you can find here, langurs and elephants can be also seen here, since it is a place where the rainforests are found around, you can say 30%, more than 30%. Now Coorg is also well known for high energy adventures like river rafting and canoeing is a canopy, like it's a जो टेंट टाइप का होता है, मोस्ट ऑफ द आर्मी पर्सन्स जो है उसको एक छोटा सा तंबू डाल के घर जैसा बनाते हैं, दैट इज कॉल्ड कैनोइंग. रैपलिंग, you can find out the spelling word meaning here, that is groaning down a cliff by sliding down on a rope, that is called rappelling. Okay, now here it is, canoeing is traveling in a river with a canoe, a large narrow boat. Canopy, I'm just correcting it. Canoeing is a boat on which people used to travel. Now rock climbing is also other interesting and adventurous activity, you can say, which people use to entertain themselves. Now you can see in this chapter more about the Brahmagiri hills, which is very famous. And in this Brahmagiri hills, people go for climbing, and actually it also inspires the awe-inspiring view of Coorg. A walk across the rope bridge leads to the 64-acre island of Nisarg Dham. So you can see here, the climb of the Brahmagiri Hills brings you into a panoramic view from there, that Brahmagiri Hills. You can see the entirely misty landscape of Coorg. And apart from there, if you'll walk across, the rope bridge leads to the 64 acres of Iceland, that is Nisarg Dhama, where the Buddhist, monks are found. Bailakupa is a place in Coorg which is called India's largest settlement for Buddhist monk. And these Buddhist monk can be seen here dressed into red, ochre and yellow robes. So these are the dresses they wear usually. Now dear student, in this chapter you can see the fact file also, how to reach. You can see the ways, by airways, by railways or by roadways. If you want to go there, visit there, you can read more about this in this chapter. I hope you have understood this story in brief, and now we will discuss more about this story in our meeting room. And I hope you have understood and you have now learnt many more new things about Coorg which you were not knowing earlier. Thank you. We will meet with next video on the next story from the same chapter, Glimpses of India. Thank you very much and have a nice day too.